The Skeleton Center, Research Library and Archives has recently added more than 400 issues of the quintessential Turkish humor magazine, Akbaba, into its collection. Akbaba, which means vulture in Turkish, was published between 1922 and 1977, making it the longest-running satirical magazine in the history of the Turkish press. Akbaba's founders were Yusuf Ziya Ortaç and Orhan Seyfi Orhon, who both were distinguished writers, poets and journalists in the late Ottoman Empire and modern Turkey. Despite the temporary closures and financial difficulties that the magazine endured, Akbaba has been widely acknowledged as the humor magazine of Turkey. Throughout its publishing life, Akbaba featured thousands of cartoons by preeminent Turkish cartoonists, including Ramiz Gökçe, Münif Fehim Özerman, Orhan Ural, and Cemal Nadir Güler. The collection here at the Skeleton Center includes issues from 1922, when the first issue was published, to 1942. These issues altogether are a unique addition to the library's existing collection on the early Turkish Republic. The cartoons in Akbaba serve as an excellent entree to understand the period, as they touch upon a variety of topics. The international developments of the period, for example, were usually portrayed in the cover pages of the magazine. The issue dated 4th of April 1935 depicted in its cover page Europe's delicate position between Nazism and communism. In this particularly graphic cartoon, Europe was symbolized by a scared and indecisive woman caught between two half-naked men who represented Nazism and communism, both of which, according to the magazine, resembled diseases. Looking at both eager men, which one should I belong to, says the woman, referring to the difficulty that Europe faced in the ideological and political clashes of the interwar period. Not all cartoons in Akbaba required an understanding of international events. Some were simply about people's daily lives and intended to entertain. Poverty, public works in Istanbul, women and family relations, fashion and traffic accidents were all among the repeating themes for the cartoons in Akbaba. The cartoon you see on the screen portrays a cartoonist trying to choose between some of those already exhausted themes for the upcoming Kurban Bayramı, Eid al-Adha. The caption on top reads, Temcit Pilavı, which is a phrase used in Turkish to suggest that the cartoons are just a rehash of previous ones. The relationship between in-laws was one such recurring topic in the magazine. A cartoon published on 20th of August 1937, for example, was about a man's relationship with his mother-in-law, which is still a popular topic of the Turkish satire of today. The cartoon in fact aimed to inform the readers in a propagandistic way that a parachute tower was installed in Izmir International Fair in 1937. On top of the tower, however, a man was portrayed urging the woman to jump. Don't be scared, my dear mother-in-law, don't be scared, just jump, reads the caption. The only problem was the mother-in-law did not have a parachute, but only an umbrella. In addition to these humorous and vivid cartoons, Akbaba also published stories, jokes, narrative poems, plays, foreign cartoons and advertisements, and featured articles by well-known writers of the period, such as Peyami Safa and Ercüment Ekrem Talu. In 1934, for example, the magazine had a section called Ahirette Mülakatlar, Interviews in the Afterlife, which included fictional interviews with the Ottoman Sultan Abdülhamid II, the Ottoman statesman Talat Pasha, and with an international figure, the German statesman Otto von Bismarck. Akbaba was once known to decorate coffee tables in barber shops in Turkey. It is exciting to think for a moment that some of the issues held at the Skeletal Library might once have entertained a person impatiently waiting for a haircut.